I will start my talk with a line that all of you have infinite power within you, as much as a nuclear fission reaction, just waiting for a trigger. You all have that power, but you don't know it. Like Lord Hanuman didn't know it till the time he was told so by Jamban. You all have this power. I tell you my own example. When I joined the academy, I was just 21, fresh out of Delhi University. For me, life was different. Delhi University, life is different. I had never run in my life. Life was, chilling out with friends, sitting at dhaba, having some chai, and all of a sudden I reached Ines Mandavi at Goa. With Goa, the thoughts were same as might be yours, beaches, maybe beer. With those thoughts, when I landed up at Goa, I was into a different world now. So first day of the training, they said there will be a very little warm-up exercise. You just have to do 2 kilometer run. I had not run even 500 meters in my life. Before that, I don't know how many of you are running, but those days there was no culture of sports and all in our university. So, but they also added, in case you're not able to run, you can walk. I said, they're very nice, genuine people. If you can't run, walk. That's okay. That's fair enough. So morning we reached and all of us, there are many of us, and all of us were told to run and we started running. And after 2, 3, 400 meters, few of us gave up. And we started walking. After we reached certain stage, maybe about 500, 600 meters, so there was a small setup. So they said, since you're walking up to there, why don't you carry this pittu with you? No, that pittu was about 10 kgs. So now we thought, since they're requesting and there are trainers, we have to take it. So we took one pittu. They said, why only one? Take two. So we took two pittus. So now we are walking with two pittus on our head. And slowly, the 2 kilometer started appearing endless. And as we are about to reach 2 kilometers, there was one more stop. And they said, why only to have one more? You're young guys. With no option, so we were now carrying three pittus. And last of that 500 meters was like this. In Goa, if you be, particularly in Mandavi area, it's up slow. And by the time we finished it, I was literally dead. And then by the time we had reached, the other people had already finished their run. They were all, having funny. They went for the breakfast, they went for the classes. We were all lagging behind. By the time we reached to the breakfast was over. Now, next day, they said there will be like 4 kilometer run. So now from 2 kilometer, it became 4 kilometer. But now we were aware we have to run. Because if you stop, there is something else. And trust me or not, being from Delhi, not having run, I finished 4 kilometers well within the time. And within a week, I was doing 5 kilometers and then I was doing 10 kilometer marathon also. This power within me was not known to me. Same way, you also don't know the infinite power which is there inside you. You all can achieve your dreams, you can reach your pinnacles, just that you're not aware. There are two things that should always be there with you. First is your faith, and second is your belief. Faith in yourself and believe in the God, whoever is your God, in that divine power. If these two things are holding you, probably you don't need anyone else. And if these two things are not holding you for some reasons, then probably you're out. There are two problems which are always in our mind. First question is, I could have had done that. The question that bothers us all the time, I could have had done that. Like I'm in civil engineering, I should have taken mechanical engineering, or I am in mechanical engineering, I should have rather taken IT or computer science. I should have studied little more, I should have got little more marks. This is one question. Second question that bothers your mind all the time is, I should have had done that. Between this, I could have had done that, and I should have had done that, you are only reeling into your past. What you should be rather doing is what you can do now. From now, your journey might start. There are people who having realized that they are into mechanical or civil, into whatever branches, they have made inroads into so many fields just because they are not delving into past. You all got to look for the future. If you keep looking back to the past, it will keep haunting you. What you should rather be answering is, I did what I could and I'll do what I can. Belief and faith. I'll give you a very real life example. We were patrolling on a ship somewhere in Andamans. We got a message from the fishing community, and the message was, father and son are missing. And that was a big thing because, these two people, a old man and his son, maybe about 30s, old man about 60s or 45 or 50, they were missing for last 3 days. And it was a big chaos in that fishing village. The fishing commissioner also came and said, we have to find him. Through some calculations, we came around, they were wearing a red shirt. That was the only information with us. So we were going, and through some calculation, we could figure out that they will be somewhere near this island. So we were circling that island, looking for a hope. Probably if they're there on that island, they will come and wave. And we kept doing it, and there was a lot of pressure on us from fishing community. Okay, we have to find them. So after some time, when I was looking out through the binocular, there was a red flag that I could make out erected. It seemed as if there is a red colored cloth. No one else was able to see it. I said, there is something. And we kept moving. No one else is yet to see it. I said, there is something red. But there was no movement in that flag. There was no movement because had someone been there, seeing our ship coming to rescue them, they would have given an alarm. But no one moved. That is the time when one of us blew the horn. And all of a sudden there was a movement. And this old man, all of a sudden he got up disheveled. Then we lowered our boat, we got them alive, we brought them back to the ship. And that old man came to me and he asked, would you like to know the color of the boat? So that is how it is. If you lose faith and if you lose belief, that is the only time when you have lost. There will be a time when your parents might lose hope in you. There will be a time when your friends might lose hope on you. There will be a time when you'll be all alone in the world. But that is the time you got to hold yourself. That is the time when you got to hold your hand and say, it's possible. That faith and belief system which generates from inside, that is your best friend. And that is going to take you far. Now the question is, what stops you from loving yourself, and probably what can you do to build your personality in such a manner that these things, these fears do not harm you? First thing that you can do is, for God's sake, forgive yourself. What has been bothering you along is, why didn't I do it? Why couldn't I do this? Why didn't I score this much marks? Why couldn't I be that? Why couldn't I do that? Just forgive yourself. You're just a normal human being. You did what you could. Make a peace with yourself. Forgive yourself. Second thing that you should do is forgive all other people around you. You might be holding some grudges of your friends, of your parents. Your friend might have misbehaved with you on a certain occasion, which you didn't expect him or her to. Your parents might not have got your admission or the money in a particular course or the college. That was their limitation. Just forgive them. Forgive them for all their wisdom and weaknesses. Allow them that space. Third thing that you should do is open yourself to experiences. Do not get stuck in the past. Open yourself to the future. Add as many experiences as you can. Allow the new vibes to come. Allow the new things to generate in your heart. Allow them to seep into your unconscious mind. Allow them to be freshly available whenever you need them. Open as much as possible to the experiences in life. Do not get, do not keep getting stuck into only the mundane things that you have been doing. You are the engineer of a civil background. Explore into coding. Explore into computers. See how civil background can also fit into this. See how can you be much more valuable than just a computer graduate, because you also are a civil engineering graduate who knows computers. Explore, put yourself, look futuristically, open yourself as much as possible to experiences. Do not get stuck in the past. Fourth important thing that you should do is try to live in the moment. Every moment will count. This moment where you are right now, just ask yourself, are you here? Or is your mind somewhere else? Trying to find some answers to the questions. Or are you presently enjoying? If you don't enjoy the moment, this moment also will pass. Every moment, this college days which you are doing right now, this fest that you are organizing, this hostel, this time that you're spending with your friends, it will just vanish, I'm telling you. And then when you remember, you will say, oh my God, that was such a beautiful time. Why didn't I enjoy it? Why didn't I make the most of it? Enjoy every moment, because every moment is defining you, has the power to define you. Have faith and hope holding you all the time. These should be only your two best friends which can help you. With this, I would like to conclude self-sabotage is the kind of pressure that you're putting on yourself. That everyday questioning that you put to yourself, I could have had done that. I should have had done that. I'm not good for this. I'm not good for that. Please stop it. Stop blaming yourself. Stop looking backwards. Stop thinking that you probably deserve much more. Yes, you do. But what you have done at that moment of time was what you could do. You might have done mistakes. Never mind. It's time to move on and look at the future. Be much more futuristic than you are. Look at the future with brightness and smile. Shake hands with the future, and from self sabotage, move on to self love. Love yourself. If you don't love yourself, trust me, no one else has time and energy. You are your only brand ambassador. If you don't love yourself, the world has no time to look at you. The way you will love yourself, the kind of self-esteem that you will have for yourself is what going to define you. Love yourself the most, rest of the things will automatically change. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
ওর ক্যামেরাটা তুলতে হবে না ওকে ও মানে আমার ক্যামেরাটা দিয়ে দিয়েছিল